Welcome, everyone. Really lovely having you here. I'm Wendy Sachs from Plant Powered Metro New York, and we are thrilled to present bite-sized cooking tips from Chef Carole. Plant Powered Metro New York empowers people to find better health through whole food, plant-based nutrition. Using a food as medicine approach, we bring evidence-based guidance on nutrition, health, and disease, especially chronic diseases. So, Carole, on our inaugural event, what's on the menu tonight?
We have just a very quick tip actually about corn, because on Sunday we're going to make a lot of dishes with corn, and removing corn from a cob is actually called dekerneling, or often known as shucking. A strange word, but it is a word. And I don't know if you know, but there are actually 11 varieties of corn, and the way that you would look for the nicest corn is you always want the husks to be tight, and if possible, whether you're in a grocery store or at the farmer's market, it's always nice to kind of peel back the corn just to see what's going, if everything looks firm and tight. Okay, so we've got our corn here, and I'm going to actually just peel it back, and we're going to learn how to get this off the cob, because there's nothing like fresh corn. And of course, you want to also look for the tassels. The tassels, these corns don't have any tassels actually, but they're usually silky tassels, and sometimes they're brown. And you want those to be kind of a little bit sticky. And you also want to, when you buy corn, you want to buy the freshest corn that you can, and eat it possibly the very same day. It's something that you don't want to buy and then eat it a week later. You really want to buy it and cook it and eat it, okay, all in one full swoop. So you want to get all of this back. And of course, if you're at the farmer's market, they'll often have a garbage can where you can actually do all this while you're there, and you don't have to bring it all home with you. And then you get these and you peel it back, and you get this end to come off, okay? It takes a little breaking, okay? And then you want to get all these husks, right? So, and then you usually push your hands going back and forth, and that gets rid of all those strings, because you really don't want any strings of husk, any strings in your food. So I'm just going to show one more, and then we'll get to the fast tip. But again, you're just going to peel it back, right? And get that corn husks off. I usually do this in a garbage can, okay? And then you're going to rub it in both directions, okay? And if you need to rinse it, it's actually fine. You just take it to the sink like this, and you just give it a good rinse, okay? The next thing that you want to do again is you want to get rid of all these, the sight of all those stringy strings, okay? And I have my corn here. And you want to, there's so many different ways of going about this. You can actually do it by hand with removing one row at a time with a spoon. But I'm going to show you the very quick way, because this is a bite-sized tip, okay? So what I usually do is, the lazy way is just to peel it right on your cutting board, but then it flies all over the counter and makes a mess. So the neatest and best way is to get a bowl, and then you get a big bowl, and you get a small bowl, and you put it inside, okay? Now, I do want to tell you that some people do use a bundt pan for this, but I'm not going to show you in a bundt pan, because a lot of people might not own a bundt pan. But obviously, this is the way. The really beauty part about the bundt pan is it's got a hole, which allows you actually to put the corn, just set it right in there, and then you use your sharp knife, and then it all goes into your bundt pan. But we're going to recreate that, because I know a lot of you probably don't own a bundt pan. So what you want to do is you have your corn, and it's I usually put it on its tip, and you really do need, it's very important that you have a sharp knife, okay? You cannot attack this without a sharp knife, okay? So you start at the top, and you put your knife as close to the cob as possible, and then, oops, see, you have to be careful. It's very slippery, and then you literally cut down, okay? Again, holding it and slicing and rotating, okay? Holding it, slicing, and rotating, okay? And you see all that corn is just coming off the cob. Some of it, few kernels do like to fly off, okay? And maybe it's more stable on the bottom. Let's just see if we like that better. But we've got it actually all off, to tell you the truth. There's just maybe one row here that needs to come off. And that's pretty much our tip. I just wanted you to see that you end up with that much corn, you see, and it's all in the bowl. And some people take actually the back of a spoon and try to get a little bit more. I could show you how to do that with, but it's really not necessary. I like actually saving these corns to put in the stock. But you can get a little more corn off the cob when you actually rub it with the back of a spoon and get a little more corn off. But this is pretty much what you end up with, like here, okay? So that's pretty much our tip. Again, you've taken your corn, right? It's big, fat, firm. And of course I have sprayed dots all over the place here. And you're just going back and you're just running your knife, and it's just falling right into the bowl, not making a mess. And this is the way that I recommend. And we'll be having corn dishes on Sunday, and you want to just be careful not to slip. So that is it. And I thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. And Wendy, I turn it back to you. That's our corn tip.
We have a quick question, which is, does corn always have to be cooked, or can you eat it raw?
Well, to tell you the truth, everyone tells you different things. Corn has the most myths about corn. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. We could go on, but I like eating it raw. To tell you the truth, I eat it raw. It is so sweet. It's like candy, you know. And if you can, we'll go over some of the crazy myths. Some people say it has high calories because it's sweet, right? But it's also, it can be good for you, like anything in moderation, right?
Fantastic.
Any other questions, Wendy? Any other questions?
That's the question for today.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Bite-Sized Tips with Chef Carole. Please come, please join us on this coming Sunday, August 15th at 5 o'clock Eastern Time for our regularly scheduled monthly cooking shows with Chef Carole. And I believe, yes, that's on the screen for you. And then if you want ongoing events, you can find us at on YouTube or on Facebook, and on our website, plantpoweredmetronewyork.com, on our YouTube and Facebook page, which is where we'll be streaming on Sunday. And also you can reach Carole on her website. Carole at thevegievanguard.com is email. Thevegievanguard.com is her website, and at thevegievanguard.com is Instagram. Okay, thank you for joining us tonight. Look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. Bye.
Bye.